What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Boom coming at you all with the official end of the Supreme SS25 season. I know I've said that maybe 3 or 4 times now. You're getting sick of hearing it, but this is truly the last release we're gonna get out of this Supreme season, and it's a special one. You can see it in the title. It's the Supreme Summer Sale. I am so excited for this release because we don't even know what's gonna be dropping. That's why you guys clicked on this video. I'm gonna go through all my predictions of what I think we're gonna see releasing. Maybe pick out a couple items I might even cop, because if you guys aren't hip to it, these Supreme sales you can actually make some decent money from. Here are the 2 items I picked up last season. We had this quarter zip that I ended up selling for $200. I could have held on to it because it's actually gone up even more in its price. And we also picked up the Dogs hoodie, which I again sold for like a little bit above retail, which if you're able to flip some of these items for their retail's worth, they're going to be reduced by what, 30-40% off. I already forgot the amount, man. I'm not a numbers guy. I'm gonna hold the item for 4 months and sell it for $20, guys. So let's get in this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you plan on going for this Supreme sale, and hopefully we're able to get a lot of items right. I usually do pretty well on these, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now I am going to do some more coverage of this drop in my private Discord group browser. I'm going to mention it to you guys one final time this season. If you'd like to join it, head over to the comment section, hit the link. You can also just join the free Discord group. You guys also might notice, boom, what happened to the mannequin, bro? Why's he got all this FTP on? Because yes sir, we have the FTP video recorded. I've been working on editing that one. I also did a big Supreme video. I know I've been gone for like a week, so it's time for me to lock the fucking. We get to business, and starting it off, we're gonna talk about the jackets. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are some underwhelming items you're gonna see here. There's gonna be a lot of mid, but I do think we can find a couple pieces that aren't too bad, especially when you get that 30% off price reduction. So starting it off, the Windstopper insulated hooded jacket coming in at $368. I believe these sat on the website forever. I am going off memory for a lot of these items, but I remember seeing these on the website a lot of weeks, so I do have a feeling we're gonna see them getting price reduced. Now, I don't know if it's really worthwhile because it is the middle of summer. Maybe like fall time these get some decent sales, but I think it's a little too long of a hold, a little too untrustworthy, so we're gonna be skipping on this one. But that camo bark colorway, not a bad one. This is a decent personal if it does release. I just realized I never even said what time this was gonna go live at. That'd be pretty helpful information. So the Supreme sale usually goes live at 9 p.m. PST or midnight Eastern on Wednesday night. So Wednesday at 9 p.m. PST or right as it hits midnight on Wednesday usually is when you see the Supreme sale go live. Moving it on, we have one I am pretty confident we're going to be seeing, the satin piping pullover, and this honestly might be one of the better items to pick up from this drop. Kind of reminds me a bit of that quarter zip I picked up last Supreme sale, $198. You do the fucking math, 30% off. I feel like you could easily get sales of around the same price of its retail, $200. There's actually some pretty good colorways here. These are still sitting on the Supreme website. I'd probably go for the black one myself. The light blue's not bad. Honestly, all 3 colors are pretty solid. The green's a little more forgettable, but actually one of the better items from this release just because the price is going to be pretty good and I could actually see some decent sales for it. So yeah, this one's still sitting on the website right now. It's available in almost every size. This feels like a surefire one we're going to see in the sale. Next up, I'm saying this one because I know y'all want to see it. I've seen so many people begging for it. The Fuck Stitch denim trucker jacket. Now, we have seen trucker jackets, I believe, in the past for these sales, so it wouldn't be too crazy to have it releasing, but I know that some sizes are sold out for it. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit worried for this one. I should also mention to you guys, usually I believe the size stocks will vary a lot for these releases, so you might see some things like XXL absolutely fly. You might not even see that size available when it comes time for the sale, but this one does have the chance because it dropped at the end of the season, still sitting on the website. $400 was such a crazy price for this, so this would be getting a huge price reduction if it's 30% off. Definitely a decent personal, and another one, it could have some profit, but man, it's such an expensive price to pay. I do think you can get some decent sales out of it though. It's just gonna take it longer. It is a jacket in summertime, so pretty sick personal. I know a lot of people are praying this one drops. Maybe it will. Next up, we have another denim jacket, the studded seam denim trucker jacket. I feel like one of these 2 truckers has to release. This one was $400, had even less hype than that fuck one, and I think for good reason. This one just really doesn't look that good to me. I do remember it sat on the website for a while. $400 is such a steep price, so I think there's a decent chance we see one of these 2 going into sales, since we have seen denim trucker jackets in sales before. Next up, Gore-Tex stripe hooded jacket. I want to say this was a lot earlier in the season. It was week 7. I mean, it's a pretty boring jacket. I don't remember it selling out at all, so I do imagine we'll probably see this in the sale, and it's a decent wintertime jacket. We kind of get it though. It's summertime. A lot of these jackets, if you do end up picking one up, they're gonna take a while to go up in their value. Me personally, I don't really try to get like longer hold items out of these sales sale pieces because they're kind of forgettable. These could easily fall off in terms of relevance and really have slow sales down the line. So I'm probably avoiding a lot of these jackets. Maybe the Fuck Denim Trucker jacket or that Everlast one if either of those release. Next up, let's go into hats. This is a fun one. I want to say it was like either this last sale or the one before was the first time we ever had hats in the sale. It was pretty hype. The hats were pretty ass, but still a good piece to pick up since they are going to be so cheap with that discount. Starting it off, this one feels pretty surefire. If there's going to be hats in this sale, the New York 6 panel is going to be joining them because oh my god, is this a horrendous hat. And I do apologize. There's probably one person out there that picked this hat up, thought it was a dope personal. Well, it's not. Like, let's just keep it a stack. It's not the worst hat I've seen from Supreme by far. I just think that whole stripe thing and the New York on the bill kind of ruins it. Some interesting colorways, but overall 54 bucks. I think there's a pretty decent shot we're gonna see this in the online sale. Moving it on, the Cordura plaid bell hat. Now I don't know if they've ever had anything besides a paneled hat in one of these sales, but I don't remember these really selling out much. They sat on the website for quite some time. I looked through StockX, there's like no sales of them, so I think there's a decent shot. We maybe see these in the sale. They were $58, which is like, I don't know, man. I just feel like bell hats are not super popular unless they're crochet or something, so decent odds this is one of the hats that ends up in the sale. This one next is like, I'm really hoping it is because it's a dope hat, but we have the Bolian Dragon 6 panel. These were these are $68. Oh my god, I don't remember that. That is absurd. Okay, these have to be in the sale. If people were picking this up for 68 bucks, what the fuck? Like, such a boring hat. I mean, it's certainly not the worst. It's probably the best hat we would have out of all the ones I've talked about, but I just do not know how this was so expensive. This feels like a surefire one. It would actually be a pretty nice personal, so I'm hoping it's in there. But next up, let's start going into shorts and pants because we have a decent amount of them. Starting it off, long nylon short, really boring one to start off with. Jesus Christ, why did they make these? Who wants like baggy nylon short? I don't know, man. Supreme sometimes makes stuff that's just like nobody is asking for this and no one's buying it, so I don't know. I feel like those have a pretty decent shot of being in the sale. Next up, Pitbull embroidered sweatpants. These Pitbull items, like, they're cool and all, but I really don't think people are spending the retail for them. They are embroidered, which is a certainly nice touch. Maybe the black colorway sold out of these. I'm not sure. I will say I also have the hoodie version of this in this video. I can't remember if the black sweatpants sold out or not. If they did, there's more of a chance you'll just see the hoodie, but I have a feeling one of these Pitbull designs is going to be in this sale. And next up, I don't really think these are going to be in the sale, but I tried to find one fun pick for every item, and the paneled striped baggy jeans, they did sit for a while. I believe the black colorway sold out because it was actually a pretty wearable, nice pair of pants, but navy I think eventually sold out. Red, I don't know, man. Maybe Playboy Cardi got a pair. I want to be optimistic these will be in the sale, but I do believe they sold out so much that I don't see it happening, but it'd be kind of cool because it's a pretty fun pair of pants to wear. Next up, another adventurous one, the City's Jacquard shorts. I think these sat on the website for a super long time. The black pair's not bad, neither is the brown. The multicolor is horrendous. Another item, I looked through StockX, didn't see really any sales of them, so I have a feeling I think these sat for quite some time, so there's a shot. I don't know if we've had denim shorts in a sale before, but this would be a great sale item, $168. And speaking of shorts, we have maybe the worst pair we've talked about yet, the Dazzle breakaway shorts. Man, who the fuck was asking for breakaway shorts from Supreme? A lot of us guys out there do not have good enough friends that would not just rip these off at any given opportunity. I mean, maybe for basket, like, who needs breakaway shorts? What are you gonna break away? Like, you're just gonna show off your boxers or something? You got another shorter pair of shorts underneath? Just doesn't make sense. Funny item. I feel like this just screams sale item to me. I can't imagine they sold a lot of units of these. I almost have a feeling every size probably sat on the website. Moving it on, we got the hoodies now. The hoodies is where you can make some money. Logo hoodies certainly do well in these sales because at the end of the day, people will always spend money when it comes to a Supreme logo hoodie, even if I hate it. So starting it off, we have maybe my least favorite of the group, the shoulder script hooded sweatshirt. This is terrible. Like, this design fucking sucks. I never was a fan of it. I still like hate it. I mean, I guess when you put the hood up, it looks a little bit better, but I don't know, man. I feel like these sat on the website for a while, and I would really not be stunned to see them in the sale, so that's a good start off. Next up, the Pitbull hoodie. Just talked about those sweatpants. I feel like the hoodie as well has a chance of being in the sale. People probably did not want to spend the $168 for a non-Supreme branded hoodie. It is a dope design. Like, this one could be a solid personal. It doesn't hit Supreme hard enough for me to really have like resale potential on it, but a pretty good quality embroidered hoodie for a decently cheaper price, not a bad one. Now next up, this might be one of the better hoodies to go for, the reverse hooded sweatshirt. These are still sitting on the website, available in every single colorway and size except for pink. Pink did sell out, so we probably wouldn't see it in the sale, but this is one that actually has a chance of having some profit, being that it says Supreme in basic lettering, very wearable. The price wouldn't be bad, $158. This might be an item you see me going for. The fact it's still on the website right now in like almost every size and color gives me a lot of hope for it. Next up, the Wing zip-up hooded sweatshirt. I want to say, yeah, this was a week 1 item. I usually try to abstain from the week 1 stuff because we all know week 1, like almost the whole website sells out. But on the other hand, sometimes they'll pull this stock off the website and just be stuck with it. So there's a small chance. I feel like this one did sit on the site for a while, but it's honestly one of the better designs out of this grouping. So I wouldn't be stunned if it did end up selling out enough units week 1 to not be in the sale. Some cool colorways here. This would be a dope personal if it is available. And one other one I'm kind of hoping for is the New World Order hooded sweatshirt. Kind of a weird design. Definitely gives me like mid-2000s skate shop vibes. There's some cool colors here, pretty wearable. I don't think this one sold out. I don't think it did well at all on the market, but there is a decent chance we see it in the sale. I'm hoping we do because it's again one of the better hoodies I've shown off to you guys. Next up, let's head over to the top section, and we're gonna start off with a nice little snoozer, man. The striped short sleeve pajama shirt. Come on, that one was kind of no. Okay, let's keep it moving. Striped short sleeve pajama shirt. I mean, who the fuck is buying? You're so bougie if you have a pajama shirt you walk around in, like what, you got a little nightcap to and everything, walk around with a candle. I just can never imagine somebody wearing one of these to bed. Maybe it's because I'm poor. I don't know, guys. I go shirts off, so I can't really speak on it. I feel like these definitely sell on the website. Would not be stunned to see them in the sale. I will say though, they could be pretty small stock, seeing as like the pajama shirt. I don't think Supreme thought it was going to be a big commodity item, so yeah, I have a feeling they'll be there. Next up, this one feels like almost a for surefire one, the diamond jacquard short sleeve top. It's just a boring shirt. Like, I don't know, man. It doesn't really have Supreme hits like people want. Just a fucking diamond short sleeve shirt. Like, I don't, this should have been like a sweater vest or something, man. This one just didn't make sense to me, so I have a feeling we're gonna see it in the sale. Next up, the Watch corduroy shirt, $148. The reason I put this in is because I've seen them do some of their zip ups or like a flannel, some kind of button up shirt or something that's usually in these sales, so I'm guessing this one could be it. Now granted, this did drop week 1 and I believe it's sold out in some of the colors, so this one I'm kind of hoping is in the sale because I would definitely go get one, probably keep it for the personal. I really like that teal. The pink's obviously the best, but I have a feeling it's sold out. This is sort of me just praying, honestly. Being week 1, it likely did sell out enough units. It's not going to be in the sale, but we've seen similar items before. Next up, loose fit short sleeve denim painter shirt. Another one that would be a dope personal that I'm kind of praying is in the sale. I do remember this one did not sell a lot of units. It was week 11, halfway through the year. There's a chance on this. It was $138, so it'd be at a pretty decent price, around like $100 or so. I'm praying for this one, guys. Next up, striped mesh tank top. Doubt they sold a lot of units of these. Doubt you're gonna see me in one because that's a disaster. That's a natural disaster. That's like an earthquake hitting. Oh, literally one of my lights just went out, which is telling me, boom, don't even look at this thing any longer. So yeah, maybe it's a sale item. I doubt they sold a lot of them. And next up, we've got some short sleeve tops, some of the cheaper ones. Starting it off, the warm up short sleeve top. We see a lot of these short sleeve tops that end up in the sale, so I put a bunch of them in here. I'm not sure which one of them will be in there or if any, but it feels like they always have a couple. So I wanted to be optimistic because these are definitely some of the more affordable items. They're decent personals as well. The warm up one, I just hate this logo, but there's some decent colorways here. I really think I could see this one being in the sale. Next up, the satin applique short sleeve top. I hate that it's satin lettering, like of old materials. That's just not what I want on a t-shirt, so I'm skipping on it. But again, some decent colorway choices here, and it's a logo shirt at the end of the day. We also got the brushed arc short sleeve top. I hate this shirt. This would have been a fine design if it was just a Supreme hit right in the middle or on the back. The back side, I would have loved it, but going over the shoulder blade, what are we doing? Like, whoever's genius idea this was in the fucking design team, they need to get fired, smacked in the mouth, because that's just, I don't know, nobody wants a logo placement there. Really weird one, wouldn't be stunned to see it. And then finally, we have the mental short sleeve top. I wish this was a smaller logo. I feel like this would have been really sick if it was. Like, that like gray color is gorgeous. The blue is really nice, so actually a kind of cool shirt. sure. This is actually one of my favorites we've covered, I think, in the short sleeve top section. But that's gonna do it for my predictions of what we're gonna see in this sale. Of course, I don't know if I'm right on everything. I know there's certainly gonna be a lot of these items in this sale, and I'm praying that there's some better items I skipped out on. Let me know if any of these items caught your guys' attention. Yes, you're gonna see a lot more videos from me coming up here. I got some unboxings, like I said, I've already filmed, so get ready for those, fellas. I'm sorry for the delay, and get ready for a Supreme sale live cop video as well. It's been your boy Boone. I'll see you on the next one, man. I don't know. Peace.